Certified ServiceNow Administrator CSA, Zurich/Australia, Part 7, 15 Questions, Security Center. This video series covers the latest CSA-related questions and answers, complete with detailed explanations. Each video also includes a summary of the Q&A at the end. The topics covered in this series are listed below. Security Center Question 1. What is the primary function of the ServiceNow Security Center, SCC? A. To orchestrate automated firewalls and network routing policies. B. To manage security information event logs, SIEM, from third-party systems. C. To continuously assess and manage an instance's security posture using live metrics. D. To encrypt hard drives on the underlying physical server infrastructure. Correct answer, C. To continuously assess and manage an instance's security posture using live metrics. Justification: the ServiceNow Security Center enables administrators to dynamically track, monitor, and improve the instance's hardening configuration through real-time security posture dashboards. Question 2. Which features are natively included as part of the ServiceNow Security Center application? Choose 3. A. Instance hardening. B. Compliance score tracking. C. Automated password reset workflows. D. Security diagnostics and scanners. E. Network load balancing. Correct answer: A. Instance hardening. B. Compliance score tracking. D. Security diagnostics and scanners. Justification: the Security Center suite focuses on hardening instance settings, evaluating compliance metrics, and identifying vulnerabilities via security scanner tools. Question 3. In the Security Center Compliance Dashboard, what does a hardening score represent? A. The performance speed of client-side scripts under high encryption loads. B. A percentage value indicating how well the instance conforms to ServiceNow security best practices. C. The total number of blocked login attempts within the past 30 days. D. The strength rating of the current instance's admin password policy. Correct answer: B. A percentage value indicating how well the instance conforms to ServiceNow security best practices. Justification: the hardening score provides a visual compliance benchmark by comparing current system properties against baseline recommended values. Question 4. What elevated security role is required to modify configuration properties directly within the Security Center dashboard? A. Admin. B. Security _admin. C. SN _SEC CMN.admin. D. User _admin. Correct answer: B. Security _admin. Justification: high security modifications and elevated settings configuration require the user to actively possess and elevate to the security _admin role. Question 5. Which Security Center utility allows an administrator to identify out-of-date configurations, weak encryption settings, or misconfigured access control lists, ACLS? A. System Dictionary. B. Guided Optimization. C. Instance Security Scanner. D. Integration Hub Spoke. Correct answer: C. Instance Security Scanner. Justification: the Instance Security Scanner runs automated checks across instance metadata tables to flag configuration vulnerabilities and compliance deviations. Question 6. How can an administrator optimize the processing performance of the Security Center telemetry engine? A. By increasing the server's transactional load timeout value. B. By deactivating tracking metrics that are unnecessary or obsolete for the business. C. By exporting the security logs via XML file to a separate sandbox instance. D. By restricting standard ITIL users from viewing the self-service homepage. Correct answer: B. By deactivating tracking metrics that are unnecessary or obsolete for the business. Justification: disabling unneeded or resource-heavy metrics within the background compliance tables ensures the dashboards load and process incoming telemetry quickly. Question 7. When a configuration scan reveals a high-risk compliance failure inside the Security Center, what action is recommended? A. Delete the affected custom tables immediately. B. Review the associated hardening metric and apply the recommended system property change. C. Import a new XML transform map from an external data source. D. Reroute the notification to the default ITIL assignment group. Correct answer: B. Review the associated hardening metric and apply the recommended system property change. Justification. High-risk flags highlight specific properties that need to be adjusted via the baseline hardening guide to reinforce the platform's defense layers. Question 8. True or false? The ServiceNow Security Center completely replaces the need for standard access control lists, ACLS, on custom tables. A. True. B. False. Correct answer, B. False. Justification. The Security Center acts as a high-level posture management and monitoring tool, whereas ACLS remain the foundational rule engine for field and table-level data authorization. Question 9. What type of security metrics are actively tracked on the Security Center dashboards? Choose 2. A. Multi-factor authentication, MFA, adoption rates. B. Total physical server power usage. C. Publicly accessible, unsecured, tables and endpoints. D. The volume of incoming email attachments per hour. Correct answer, A. C. Justification. The Security Center focuses on platform authentication metrics like MFA usage and surface vulnerability checks such as identifying unprotected endpoints. Question 10. Which module under System Security provides the foundational portal navigation to launch the Security Center? A. High Security Settings. B. Security Center and GT Dashboard. C. Access Control, ACL, D. Policies and GT Data Policies. Correct answer, B. Security Center and GT Dashboard. Justification. The application menu includes a dedicated Security Center navigation path for administrators to access centralized posture data components. Question 11. What is the benefit of integrating multi-factor authentication, MFA, tracking into the Security Center? A. It decreases the database table size for the SYS_user records. B. It allows administrators to verify if privileged accounts are properly utilizing secure login standards. C. It bypasses the requirement for single sign-on, SSO, configurations. D. It automatically logs out users after 5 minutes of inactivity. Correct answer, B. It allows administrators to verify if privileged accounts are properly utilizing secure login standards. Justification. Tracking MFA adoption ensures high-privilege administrative accounts comply with mandatory authentication rules to mitigate credential compromise risks. Question 12. How does the Security Center handle data isolation and privacy protection relative to sensitive scoped applications like human resources? A. It automatically copies all HR attachments into the global update set. B. It respects application scoping boundaries, ensuring global administrators cannot exploit the security dashboard to read restricted record details. C. It deletes all private user credentials during daily system clones. D. It converts all database fields into read-only checkboxes. Correct answer, B. It respects application scoping boundaries, ensuring global administrators cannot exploit the security dashboard to read restricted record details. Question 13. What can the Security Center check regarding unsecured transaction endpoints? A. If the REST API Explorer has been uninstalled. B. If processor APIs allow unauthenticated guest sessions to query table contents without proper roles. C. If network switches are operating under correct hardware speeds. D. If user update sets have exceeded 100 total files. Correct answer, B. Justification. The Security Center flags instances where public API endpoints or tables inadvertently allow read/write authorization to unauthenticated inbound requests. Question 14. Which of the following describes the Customer Actions feature inside the Security Center? A. Checklist of manually required instance adjustments that cannot be automated via core system properties. B. A live chat stream connecting end users to corporate service desk agents. C. A log tracking how many catalog items a user has added to their favorites. D. An export module designed to move large tables via XML format between instances. Correct answer, A checklist of manually required instance adjustments that cannot be automated via core system properties. Justification. Customer actions serve as a prescriptive security checklist detailing administrative tasks required to manually align the platform with high security profiles. Question 15. Why is it important to review the Security Center compliance logs regularly rather than just relying on standard system properties? A. Because standard system properties do not track data imports or transform maps. B. Because the Security Center aggregates changing operational vulnerabilities, dynamic user behaviors, and hardening shifts into actionable metrics over time. C. Because it automatically updates the underlying baseline tables without user intervention. D. Because it is the only mechanism available to create new custom database tables. Correct answer, B. Because the Security Center aggregates changing operational vulnerabilities, dynamic user behaviors, and hardening shifts into actionable metrics over time. Justification: ongoing configuration review prevents drift and ensures that additions like new custom tables, endpoints, or integrations do not introduce fresh vulnerabilities. Summary: CSA, Security Center. Here is the consolidated, high-level list of core exam key points for the ServiceNow Security Center, SCC, module, formatted exactly like the previous study summaries to maximize quick recall. ServiceNow Security Center, SCC, core functions and architecture. Primary purpose. The ServiceNow Security Center is a purpose-built application designed to continuously assess, monitor, and manage an instance's security posture and strengthen compliance using live metrics. Core capabilities and suite components. The module is natively composed of integrated tools covering security posture dashboards, security best practices guidelines, security hardening configurations, security scanner utilities, and security metrics monitoring. Security versus operational data separation. The Security Center respects application scoping boundaries. Global administrators cannot exploit the security dashboards to read restricted, private record details belonging to scoped apps, such as sensitive human resources data. Telemetry performance tuning, to optimize the dashboard processing and loading speed of the Security Center telemetry engine. Administrators should deactivate unnecessary or resource-heavy metrics within the background compliance tracking tables. Instance hardening, compliance, and vulnerability scanning. Hardening compliance score. Calculated as a percentage, the hardening score benchmarks how well the current instance configurations and system properties conform with ServiceNow's prescriptive security best practices. Risk acceptance. If a business requires a non-compliant property to remain active, administrators can use hardening risk acceptance to flag the setting as accepted rather than letting it continuously lower the global compliance score. Instance security scanner. This utility allows administrators to run automated check suites across instance metadata to discover out-of-date configurations, misconfigured access control lists, ACLS, or weak encryption settings. Unsecured transaction endpoints. The Security Center specifically checks and flags instances where processor APIs or tables allow unauthenticated guest sessions to query or modify data without proper roles. Customer Actions Checklist. This prescriptive panel functions as a manual security task checklist detailing specific administrative modifications that cannot be automated via core system properties. Permissions and ongoing monitoring. Elevated session roles. Modifying high security properties, establishing custom policies, or adjusting compliance thresholds within the Security Center requires the user to possess and elevate to the security_admin role. SCC versus Platform ACLS. The Security Center does not replace standard access control lists, ACLS. It acts as a high-level monitoring and compliance mechanism, while ACLS remain the foundational rule engine for data authorization. Tracked security metrics. The Security Center monitors over 65 critical metrics, specializing in platform configuration and user behaviors such as tracking multi-factor authentication, MFA, adoption rates and detecting publicly accessible tables/endpoints. Continuous assessment value. Regular analysis of Security Center logs prevents configuration drift. Ensuring that ongoing environment additions, like creating new custom tables or data sources, do not introduce fresh vulnerabilities over time.